If you're not where you want to be financially, it's not because you're lazy or you're doomed. It's probably because you're missing, some key rules that people just are never taught. They never understand. And these are just 6 things I want to talk about that everyone should know. I want to teach them to you. And I think if you're young and you're just getting started, they might just save you from many years of frustration, many years of future regret about, I wish I would have done that sooner and earlier in my age group, whatever the case may be. But I just think these are things that if you can learn them and start them, and literally subscribe and start watching the channel. We're teaching about a lot of these things. And of course, going forward, I want to be able to create an actual course and class. I just need more of you to start following and subscribing and commenting and sharing this data. But item number 1 is having an abundance mindset. I know for many years, people used to think, hey, if one person's making money, somebody else isn't. And if you're thinking of a position of scarcity and you think money is, one person wins, so somebody else has to lose, you're just not going to win that way. And I just always know that, even in my real estate business, where sometimes you get a client and you think they're going to buy or sell a house, but they're hard to work with, they're difficult. And sometimes you just need to find people that need to go away. And when they go away, it opens up space for other people to come in. And it's funny how many times where you think something negative is going to happen and it does, and then good things come from it. So, you just want to surround yourself with the people, the content, the mentors, the clients, the conversations that are all thinking in an abundance mindset and not coming from perspective of, scarcity and worry and those kind of things. The second thing that I wish I knew sooner was, honestly, this is a game of me versus me, or you versus you, meaning wherever you want to get financially, you need to only be worried about what you're doing. So some people win sooner, some people win later, some people make lots of money and never get ahead financially. Other people don't make a lot of money, and down the road, they're living a great life because they were smart and wise early in their financial lives and made good decisions. So you have to understand, it's not about keeping up with the Joneses. It's not about, trying to do something to impress others. This is all about you, the life you want to live, the cars, houses, trips, lifestyle, whatever it might be, how many kids you want. It's all about you trying to figure out the best way to move forward financially in your world and not worry about what everybody else is doing and saying. Because again, some people, they want to take higher risk investments. They want to try to get rich quick. Hey, if they want to do that, it's up to them. More people lose doing that than win. And so really at the end of the day, I just think that if you can figure out what your plan is that works for you, then that's the key. So having an abundance mindset and figuring out that the game is really just you against you and not against everybody else. Number 3, we hammer this one all the time, and it is you got to avoid bad debt. And what is bad debt? Well, having student loans because you went to a school that was way too expensive, bad debt. Credit cards, car loans for a car that is way nicer or way more expensive than you should have. Personal loans, credit cards at Target because you overspent at Target. Just anything that you have a debt on, especially high interest debt, that is for things that are just basically overspending. And they're easy to notice. They're usually a very high interest. And if you start looking through your house, you start realizing what you spend money on that really isn't necessary, whether it's eating out too much, whether it's door dashing, whether it's $7 cups of coffee. It's funny, as I was driving around this weekend, and I don't drink coffee, but I drove past a Dutch Brothers, and shit, it's a double lane drive-through. Cars were 20 deep, and I'm thinking, is there even one healthy thing that you can even get at a Dutch Brothers? I don't even know. I just know that to me, it's a giant waste of money, but it is what it is. The next one is multiple streams of income. Now, for the fact that I'm trying to talk mostly to younger people, multiple streams of income is something that I don't want you worrying about up front. It's something that you want to worry about down the road. Initially, if we're doing our basic top 11 things, which go to the website, we can get you a copy of the list of the top 11 things that are basic money fundamentals that everybody should be doing. If we were just doing those things, that's all done off of one stream of income. Now, long-term, like you could start to do some of the things that I've done where I own other single-family homes as investments. People could have multifamily or apartments or all kinds of other real estate investments. You, of course, can also, I have a property management business. I own commercial real estate. Like you can start to create a side hustle, a separate business, figure out what it's going to be. You can figure out multiple streams of income in the future down the road initially. But as a young person, it's something you should be thinking about. It's something you want to create. And initially, like that first multiple stream of income can be nothing more than getting enough cash reserves saved up so that money's in a high yield savings account. And now you're earning 3, 4, 5%, and you might be making $100, $200, $300, $400 a month in interest, which you don't have to do anything for. That's a stream of income. So you don't always have to think of it as being some massive thing to create for yourselves. There's ways to have multiple streams of income that wouldn't necessarily always be expensive things or the stock market or real estate or whatever the case may be. So, just something I wish I would have known a little younger. And by the time I learned it, it has served me well in creating multiple streams of income. The next one is lifestyle creep. Now, this is one, of course, I make a lot more money now than I did when I was younger. And the key to all that is I always talk about a 50, 30, 20 budget, right? 50% for wants, 30% for needs, and then 20% off the top for saving and investing. So if you were making $100,000 and you were doing that, you had your money broken up, 50 grand, 30 grand, 20 grand, that's great. But now if all of a sudden you go from making 100 grand to 200 grand, that second 100 grand shouldn't be on a 50, 30, 20. You should be able to save and invest a larger piece as you move forward. And yes, you will be able to increase your lifestyle a little bit. You'll be able to maybe get a nicer car or move to another house or own something, like a boat or an RV or a motorcycle or, buy nicer clothes or take an extra trip and do those kind of things. But you just have to be really cautious and careful. And that goes back to if you have a good financial plan and you're paying attention to your budget and you're really knowing where every dollar is going, then you can do that wisely and smartly, because the whole point of making money and earning money and planning for the future is also being able to enjoy the present. So just know, we don't want to let lifestyle creep, get a hold of us. Now, the next one is save and invest. And I know some people are going to think I'm crazy, at a minimum 20% of your income. And 20% of your income to save and invest becomes a whole lot easier when we don't have consumer debt, high interest debt, credit card debt, and all those things go away. You'd be shocked when all of a sudden you can think about all the payments you might have, and all of a sudden you can start making those payments to yourself rather than to someone else. It makes a huge, huge difference. And again, I use that example of $100,000 all the time. And if you're doing 20% off the top on today's world, $100,000, on that 50, 30, 20 budget, great. But then as you start to make more, that number should absolutely get bigger. So yes, start off with 20%. If you eventually can get to that point where you're doing 30, 40, even 50%, how amazing long-term is your life going to be when you can start to do that thing? And bonus tip, the last one here, I gave you 6 and we'll revamp them here in a minute, but bonus tip is ask questions, get a mentor, find someone like myself or someone that you know personally that is living a lifestyle that you think, well, they look like they know what they're doing. Start talking to them, start asking questions of them. You can always reach out directly to me. We're creating this channel in order to get you all the financial information that you need and that you should have so that you can get ahead in your financial world. And that is the whole point of everything that we're doing here. So please like and subscribe to the channel. Please reach out to me with questions. And here's your quick list reminder here at the end. These are, again, the 6 things, 6 rules for financial success. Wish would have known younger, which is abundance mindset. It's you against you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Avoid bad debt. Figure out how to get eventually, this one's not as important initially, but it's something you want to know, multiple streams of income. Keep lifestyle creep to a minimum and save and invest 20% off the top. And if you can do these things, and follow along with the channel, follow along with the information we're putting out there, you're going to find ways to really be able to win at this game of money and finance. So with all that being said, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to us. We'd be happy to answer them for you. When I say we, that would be me. And we'll hopefully catch you on another video soon. Right here, check out this one and go through the channel. There's lots of great information that will help you with exactly the things we're talking about right here and now. And so hopefully you're finding this information helpful, and we'll see you again real soon. Thanks so much.